This classic combo of garlic and chili and salt is amazing, but especially on crispy chicken wings. You want this. Hey everyone, I'm Flo, Dudas Behind the Camera, and we're all about simple food, simple faith. This chicken wing recipe is amazing. The combo of chilies and garlic and salt all mixed together is just addictive. You want to keep eating and eating. First, we're going to marinate our chicken wings. I've got 2 pounds and there are about 24 pieces of drumettes and flats, and we're gonna let it marinate for half an hour. Adding 1 tablespoon of cooking oil, 1 tablespoon of soy sauce, and this is just regular soy sauce. I'm actually using light soy sauce, same thing. 1 tablespoon of cooking rice wine. And I usually use Shaoxing wine. I'm using the regular rice wine today. If you have Shaoxing wine, you can just use that. If not, you can use a dry sherry, or we've also been known to use bourbon. Just add a little bit of that for added flavor, but if you don't have it, just omit it. Adding 2 teaspoons of sugar, and that's just to balance out the flavors. If you don't want to add sugar, you don't have to. Just remember that it will be a little bit more salty if you don't add the sugar. Adding half a teaspoon of 5-spice powder and half a teaspoon of ground white pepper. We're just going to mix this around and let it marinate for half an hour. While the chicken is marinating, and you can marinate it up to overnight if you like, the longer you let it marinate, the more flavor it'll have. In the meantime, I am just going to prepare the rest of my ingredients. I have 2 green onions that I'm going to cut up and separate the white and light green parts from the dark green. And here's a little tip for you. I've been planting these in my garden, and green onions will sprout again. So you can either put it in your garden, or you can even put it in a glass of water and they will grow back. We're also using about just a small bunch of cilantro. That will give you about 2 tablespoons. And if you don't like cilantro, you don't have to use it. We really like cilantro. And you can add this to the same pile as the green onions, the dark green part. I'm also using a large jalapeno today. You can use Thai chili if you like, or serrano peppers, whatever pepper you like and can stand the heat of. I'm gonna leave these in large rings for people to pick off if they want to. We're also using 4 cloves of garlic, but they ran out of garlic at the store today. So I am using my freeze-dried garlic, which there's only a little bit left, but that will have to do today. I'm using half a teaspoon of whole white pepper. And if you don't have whole white pepper, you can just use the ground pepper, just use a 1/4 teaspoon. Or if you have other peppercorns that you would like to use, you can do that too. Szechuan peppers would be good, even black pepper if you want. Just gonna grind this up, kind of into, not too much. I don't want it to be totally ground. I want to have the little pieces in there. I'm using a 1/4 teaspoon of 5-spice powder, 1 teaspoon of kosher salt. And you want a coarse salt here so that when you sprinkle it onto the chicken wings at the end, you will get a bite of that salt. And we'll pour in our ground peppercorn and just stir that up. And that will be the seasoning salt that you put on at the very end. See the chunkiness of that? Mm-hmm. That covering the chicken wings will just give it a pop of flavor on your tongue, and it will be just so awesome. I'm using about half a cup of potato starch. And this is sweet potato starch. You can get them usually in an Asian market. I find the potato starch actually gives a crispier texture when air frying. But if you don't have potato starch, you can use cornstarch. I'm adding half the wings into the potato starch, only because my air fryer is small. So I have to do this in multiple batches. If you have a larger air fryer, perhaps you can get it all done at once. Just going to make sure that they are evenly coated. I've already preheated my air fryer to 400 degrees just for a couple of minutes. And I'm going to spray the bottom with some oil. I'm going to put the chicken wings in there. Make sure that they are not overcrowded. And I like to stand them up because you can get more chicken wings in there when they're stood up. Okay, we're just going to spray it with some vegetable oil. I'm using vegetable oil, you can use whatever you like. And we're gonna cook it for about 15 minutes and check it halfway through at 400 degrees. All right, see you in a bit. Okay, just going to flip them around. You might need to spritz some more oil on it. Oh, they smell so good.
Ooh,
all right, check it.
Brown.
All right. I'm just going to put these aside while we do the second batch. And if this is not crispy enough for you, you can always leave it in there for another 5 minutes or up to another 5 minutes. But these are looking pretty good and juicy. I'm doing the second batch. I'm adding a little bit more potato starch because I needed a little bit more. During the last 5 minutes of the cook time for your chicken wings, we want to get the aromatics going. Turning the heat on to a medium, and I'm doing this in a wok because I want to be able to toss on my chicken wings with the aromatics in the end. But if you don't have a wok, you can always do it in a smaller frying pan and pour the hot aromatics into a bowl with the chicken wings and toss them in there. Once you see that wisp of smoke in your wok, it's time to add the oil. We're adding 2 tablespoons of cooking oil. And if you are using garlic, add it now. Because mine is freeze dried, I just want to make sure that that's gonna cook. Okay, I don't want it to burn. Hello? Okay, that's another thing with the wok, you move everything aside. Okay, we're gonna put our green onions and chilies in there now. This only takes about a minute, not even. Okay, turning the heat off. That's it. Now we just wait for the chicken wings. Woo! The jalapenos are gonna be spicy, dude. Okay, adding that second batch of chicken wings to the first batch into the wok. Oh my goodness, they smell so good. And look at how crispy they are. All right, you're gonna toss it all together. Then we're adding the green onions and the cilantro to add some freshness. Then another toss, and that's it. Oh my goodness. Get this on a plate. And don't forget that seasoning salt. Are you all ready for?
Yep. Ooh, that's some like awesome aroma going on here. And that also combined with Feast for the Eyes. Oh, looking so forward to this. This is one of those dishes that we usually get like late night Chinese diner food, Xiu Ye. And along with other dishes, one of them's got to be like salt and pepper tofu or wings or what else, squid. I'm gonna take the pepper off here, grab that flat right in front of me, and guys, I don't know if you can hear that. And Flo left some of the seasoning, the salt and pepper seasoning on the side so that I could add more on top afterwards. So the wing, the flat, has a skinnier side, and that's where there's some cartilage on the end, so I'm gonna bite that off. Off the side, grab the skinny bone, spin it around, comes off clean. Repeat on the other side. Let go of, ta-da, boneless wing, and let's get some extra seasoning on there as well. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Too much, dude.
It's never too much. Whoa, like a literal, well, not literal, a figurative explosion of flavor. Crunchiness, flavors from the aromatics and seasoning and the extra seasoning, the extra salt, the granularity of the crunch of the salt. So much flavor, so good.
Awesome, dude.
You guys gotta do this.
This is just another example of restaurant flavors that you can do at home. Eat well, save money. If you don't want to do chicken wings, check out my riblet recipe. Quite similar and just as tasty. See you over there.